I think, you know, thoughts is powerful in all facets. Because even my career, even my life, you know, things end up turning out exactly how I visualized them. Not in this time frame I expected. You know what I'm saying? You always want shit to happen overnight. But, you know, I just had clear visions.
You're at 109 right now.
While looking through books on the shelf of this library, I read the titles, I passed up many of these books, and then I came to this wall over here. Unaware of which section I was looking at, I was captivated. This one particular book caught my eye. This book here, Dr. King's Refrigerator. I thought that's quite an interesting title. And of all of the books on the shelf, I pulled this one out. And lo and behold, that's the cover. Of all the books in this library, this is the book that I settled on. Dr. King's Refrigerator by Charles Johnson. Of all of these books, I was just killing some time looking around and stuff like that. Well, I have to admit, this wasn't all day. This was just the last 30 minutes of school when I looked in these on these shelves. That is what happened. Earlier today, I was reading another book. So this is the other book I was reading right here today. California's Black Pioneers. And then the other book I was reading was way down there, entitled, what's the name of that one? World Slavery. So to be completely honest, I hadn't settled on Dr. King's Refrigerator until the end of the day. But boy, and boy, am I delighted to see that cover. All right, that's it. Peace. I'm your host, Larry Wiggs, and I'm going to take you on a tour of Los Angeles. We're going to look at Black LA. We're also going to look at Latino LA. And I want you to get a real sense of the place. This is a rapidly changing city. It's always been. And I'm going to give you the best tour that I can. All right? So stick with me and enjoy the ride. Peace. Pardon me if I have anything in my teeth. I'm eating my grits at the Dunbar Hotel on Central and 42nd. All right, I'm not sure if this is the location, but who knows? I'm gonna film it anyway. This is 4119. There's an upstairs and a downstairs. So where the Black Panthers were situated, the headquarters, Black Panthers, Los Angeles. It was right here on Central. And this is the only like two-story on Central. So this might have been the location. It might not. Maybe the original location was torn down. But we can definitely see that right here on the corner, we have WIC, which is a direct result of the work of the Black Panthers. The Black Panthers were about food, the breakfast program, as well as taking care of women and their needs. And WIC didn't exist until the Black Panthers, you know, came around. So anyway, you know, it's mostly Latino around here. This is the new environment and what have you. This could have been, you know, another one of the locations, because this is a second story. But again, I'm not sure. I'll have to do some research and then figure that one out. So we'll see. from that tour, I did not know where the location was for the 41st and Central incident with the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense back in 1969. I didn't know. And so I went to Google and I started doing some searches, and I found information on the Los Angeles Times right here, historic events, but they didn't give me the address. I found, of course, this documentary by the late Gregory Everett, the late filmmaker Gregory Everett, 41st and Central, the true story of LA Panthers, original version. This isn't the actual movie. I'm gonna have to purchase a copy of the movie, but this was to titillate and to whet the appetite. This was for promotional purposes. It's on YouTube. You can access it and watch it. 30 minutes long. So I didn't find the address. Even when I looked at this this information about 41st and Central, I didn't find the address. Looked at the article here, and I didn't find the address. So I kept searching, and then I did a quick search from Google again, and I typed in the word address here, 41st and Central, Black Panther Party, 1969, and then address. That's all I had to type in. Silly me, I didn't do that. And then it popped up, and it says right here, historic resource, Black Panther raid, site of 4115 South Central Avenue. So I was like, okay, I have the address now. So I pulled up on Google Earth. I did a quick search for Google Earth, and I pulled up the location. So here we are. We have a bird's eye view of the area. So now we've got to get closer. Let's get a ground view. Okay, so when I was filming earlier, I was standing in front of this building, and I did not know where the events took place, but I figured maybe this was the place because it's a two-story building. I've seen videos of the actual events, and so it was like a two-story building where the events took place. So I just figured maybe this is the location. I did see this location over here, and I thought, well, maybe they tore it down. Maybe it was on the corner here. I don't know. I didn't know. And then I didn't know if it was up this way. I just figured it was right here. Just a little guess, right? So what I then did, after I found the location after I found the address, I was looking for that specific address. So I found here 4119 and then 4117 here. And so 4115 would be right here. And as you can tell, it looks like it's definitely been demolished. It's been torn down, right? It would have been right about here. And so I looked at that and I thought, wow, that's interesting. But, you know, in true form, you know, in true style, in my style, let's see how far this takes us up. When I looked and I didn't find 4115, you know, I assumed that it was right here and it had been torn down. But again, as I was looking at this, I found something familiar sitting right there waiting for me to discover it.
You're at 109 right now.
It is what it is, y'all. You know, this is where you are. You're at iSee109, and there it is, iSee109. Peace and blessings. Let's get back to my my tour of LA. Certainly unsightly to see all this trash and then to see this beautiful artwork here, but the thing that I want to call your attention to is we have a juxtaposition of the history of you know, jazz on Central Avenue. See Central Avenue in the back there, Central. And then we also have TMC. I mentioned TMC. That's a representation of the new generation. That's Nipsey Hussle. That's Nipsey's brand. TMC stands for the marathon continues. So we continue. Well, as far as the tour goes, I went to the Dunbar Hotel, to the delicious restaurant on the first floor. Had a breakfast, and I walked up a block or so. But it's such a densely populated community of Latinos that it doesn't feel anything like our presence is here. There's only mentions of our presence. So it is what it is. So much for a tour of Central Avenue. City has changed so much, but that's what the point of this is to do, is to give you a view of today and mention, you know, the historic importance of this location. I'm gonna get off these streets though. Peace. Hey world. LA is gritty, it's grimy. It's not a place to come to get dressed up and walk around, you know, casually. No, it's rough out here. A lot of I mean, there's a lot of trash, there's a lot of homelessness. Yeah, it's not a pretty place. I remember when the year was 2009 and I met some folks. I was in South Korea. I met some folks from Australia and I told them I was from Los Angeles, and the dude said to me, the dude said, your city's dirty, bro. Like, And in 2009, I was shocked, or I was like, you know, hurt by the comment. Now that it's 2024 and the circumstances are pretty bad and I live here and I look around, bro wasn't lying. He was not, you know, fibbing. This place is a lot. There's a lot to deal with. So, you know, if you come to LA, there are parts of LA you don't want to visit, you know, for your own safety, but also because it's urban blight. It's not pretty. You know, so, and for what I'm showing you, you know, perhaps that will just save you time and energy and money, you know, coming to visit these areas, because it's not, this ain't it, y'all. Let's see. I'm driving down Vernon. I think the black Stentorians, the black firefighters station is up this way, so I'll stop there next, I guess, and film a little bit of that. But you know, if you do come to LA, there are parts of Los Angeles that are more attractive, and that's not by accident. You know, it's always been that way. As long as I've, you know, been alive, you know, and been a resident of Los Angeles, I was born and raised here. It's always been that way. There are parts of LA that are just the hood that you don't want to visit, and then there are parts of LA that are like, how would you say that? Just parts of LA that are beautiful, palatial, you know. And it is what it is. I turned down the wrong street to get to the Stentorians. I might not visit it. No, I'm just gonna turn around. Just gotta double back and correct the error. Okay, those are my thoughts. La mayoría de población de Los Ángeles son hispanohablantes de países de América Latina, por ejemplo, Honduras, Guatemala, El Salvador, por supuesto, México, Costa Rica, Panamá, Cuba, pero creo que la mayoría de cubanos son en Cuba, Cuba, en Florida, en Miami. Los Ángeles es más cerca de México y países de Centroamérica. Por lo tanto, la mayoría de población de hispanohablantes son de Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, Nicaragua, Panamá, por ejemplo. Chesterfield Square, Normandy. That's private